since it's Ohio, it is randomly in the 30s after it was in the 70s the other day, so not quite spring yet. And so that's why I'm bundled up, but I do have a couple quick things I need to do before I take it to have tires put on it tomorrow. Still have to put oil back in it. I already drained the oil and changed the filter. I got 2 wiper blades for the front, got a new one for the back. I'm gonna put a couple new battery terminals on it. I have a battery shut-off knob so that I can drive it to work or somewhere until I get the parasitic draw on the battery or the battery drain diagnosed, so I can just cut the battery connection off once I park and it won't drain my battery. I picked up another lug nut since I still have the one lug nut missing. Got new 6 stickers that go on my new tags, so should be road legal. Oh yeah, I need to call and get insurance probably, huh? I should do that. And then I got oil. This does probably not seem like the oil that you would think I'd be putting in the car, but with some extensive research, this is what a lot of people use. This car has a tendency to be very hard on oil and break it down quickly since there's so much crammed in the engine bay. It gets pretty high temperatures. It's got twin turbos, so the bearings on those get very hot, and it just has a tendency to shear oil. There's tons of stuff to oil other than how thick it is. Feel free to comment below and tell me this is the wrong oil and I'm gonna fuck my car up. Also, if you didn't watch my last video where I started the car up, you're gonna hear lifter ticking when I start this thing up because it has hydraulic lifters. It's not a huge deal. There's like really no one that's ever reported like damage because of the lifter ticking on these. It's just the hydraulic lifters aren't pumped up to full pressure yet. I will be replacing the lifters with a later generation lifter that has larger oil port holes, so that will help with the ticking. Also, this oil will help with the ticking, but feel free to comment below and tell me I'm completely wrong on what that noise is and that my engine's blown up. So yeah, let's get started with this quick stuff. Might as well do the battery terminals before I hook everything up to start it. I will likely do a much more permanent job of fixing these terminals. I may even get all new cables and everything later on, but for now I'm just doing a quick temporary repair. I could just leave these on there and screw them onto one of these, but the exposed wire is a little corroded over the years and stuff and might not be the best connection, so I'm just going to cut them off right behind where it's exposed. Just connect it right in here. So if you didn't know this, technically these posts aren't the same size. The power is always a little bit bigger than the ground. If you get ones like these where they're specified, normally the red one will be a little bit bigger than the black one, but I just got 2 generic ones, so I'm going to spread this one open a little bit so it'll actually fit down onto the post a little better. Goes on there a little better. It's always good to scuff the post up with some sandpaper or wire brush, or if you have an actual tool like this. Even the new stuff. Alright, so I can't forget this thing. Just put it right in there, and put that right on the post, and it kind of tucks down next to the battery. It's good and tight. Now we'll tighten this up on there. Alright, that's tight on there. Verify these are still good and snug. Now for the power. That's good and tight. I don't have this hooked up. That just goes to the audio equipment in the trunk, and the speakers are completely toast, so that's just disconnected for now. Crank this down to connect power. Make sure my filter's not leaking underneath. I think the ticking noise has went down a little bit since I let it run here for a few minutes. If I go get tires tomorrow and then I leave from there to go to work, I'm going to be driving home in the dark, and I have yet to turn the lights on, which is probably blasphemy for some of the people who are like pop-up headlight fanatics.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Pop up and down headlights. Pop up and down headlights. Pop up and down headlights. Look it up. Pop up and down headlights.
I'm going to do that now and see if they even work. Actually work. I'm super pumped that like everything seems to be working on this thing. There's just so much electronics on this car for its age, so it's a little scary. Just about everything that I've tried so far actually still works. Alright, it's been sitting for a few minutes, so the oil should be settled back down to its normal level. We are right at the full mark. I'm gonna add some washer fluid to it as well, so I can check to see if that works. That was already almost full. Yeah, these were a little old and crusty. There we go. Cheaper one for the back because wiper blades are fucking expensive, and I'm not as concerned about the back wiper. It's a box in a box. Wow, it literally just completely came apart. Reservoir back here that's actually has its own dipstick. And it looks like we are completely full on that as well. Alright, let's test the rear one. Well, the washer fluid started to work after a while of trying it, but no movement out of the wiper. So I think that's one of the first things that I found that doesn't work on the car. Not too terrible. Hopefully it's just a fuse or something. This windshield is absolutely disgusting on the inside. Let's see if this washer fluid works. Nice. Look at that gunky water. Alright, sweet. Now I can see a little bit better, but really not much better. They gave me two, like I'm gonna put a plate on the front of this thing. Girl, you crazy. Hopefully I don't put this on too crooked. Oh, that's pretty good. No! No! Yikes. Literally already ripped it. Oh, man. No, you can barely even tell I ripped it. This may not look like a custom plate, but it totally is, because this is a hot rowdy Japanese car. Now I'm going to throw that one missing lug nut on, and I believe that's it for today. I guess I should probably disconnect the battery, since that was the entire point of putting this thing on here, so the battery doesn't die tonight. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the next video. See ya.